Hello and welcome back to another episode of MTD CNC North America. Today I am at Slabe Machinery and this is a really cool place. We're talking machines everywhere, lined up in tight quarters, been around for almost a century, and I get to talk with two brothers, third generation, Chris and Brendan, who are going to share a little more about their story, how they started, what they're doing now, and what the future holds for them. So guys, welcome to MTD.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yep, thanks for having us. I'll tell you a little bit about the history as best as I know, because it started way before my time in 1938, according to my dad, and it was started by our grandfather, who basically started off as a generalized machine shop, and then it went into aerospace, and he started doing, if memory serves, propeller nuts for prop planes, for Lycoming, and basically that's where he got his start, and he did a lot of that for a bunch of years, and then he got into some of the more complex aerospace parts around the 60s and 70s, and that's pretty much when my father joined the business, and we've been around for that long, doing predominantly, back then, screw machine work, and now, as you saw through the tours we did earlier today, CNC work, milling, multi-axis turning, grinding, water jetting, robotic machining, rapid prototyping, Swiss machining, a lot of it, and that's pretty much, over the years we've grown into what I like to call a full service machine shop, meaning if a job is particularly heavy on outside work, we'll shy away from it because we like to be able to control everything under our one roof here. So again, we've been pretty lucky and blessed to have a lot of great customers, long-standing customers that give us lots of work and other opportunities to grow, and that's how we again grew from screw machining to Swiss machining to multi-axis machining to water jet machining. One thing led to another, and again, it's a lot of it due to just being plain dumb lucky, and others for our customers who have given us lots of opportunity on new different part numbers. So again, my name is Brendan, and I do the sales and the estimating, and I'm kind of the machine nerd of the thing, so I like buying the machines. My brother here, Chris, who I'll give the mic to in a second, he basically runs our shop. He takes care of all the people, personnel issues, schedules our shop, which is increasingly complicated, but our computer systems and stuff like that. So it's basically just the two of us, and our father Ed, who still comes in every single day, but ran the shop in much the same way that we did for a lot of years. So this is my brother Chris.
That's impressive. Yeah. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good.
So you have quite the job responsibility, huh?
I do, yeah. All the supervisors report to me, HR, bookkeepers, you name it. I'm also the IT guy, and we wear a lot of different hats. So the personnel problem is the toughest we face right now, especially with COVID, and COVID now hopefully nearing the end. It's really, really tough to find people. I mean, I could hire 30, 40 people tomorrow. And so we started up what we call SMPU, which is a university here where we train people, and but it's just really tough to find people. If we could find more people, it'd be great. But
SMPU, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
SMP University, yeah, we have a couple classes where we have beginning machining, we have quality classes, blueprint reading, advanced blueprint reading, and everyone who comes in gets to take these courses for free. They're ranged between a day and 3 days, and it's kind of like what we needed to do in order to find people, because we're not finding machinists, so we'll make machinists, you know. So it's worked out really great. But even now, just to find someone to show up, absenteeism is their number one reason why people leave. So they just fail to show up.
So you and your brother Brendan have been doing this probably since you were in diapers, right?
I've high school, yeah. I mean, even in 8th, 9th grade, I would be working here on tappers. So yeah, I can't run some of the bigger pieces of equipment, but yeah, we've done it all.
You two still manage to get along?
Oh yeah,
Pretty much.
Pretty much of the time?
Pretty much.
We've been pretty lucky over the years. Basically, it's a closely held family business, and the two of us make decisions together, and we have a handshake deal. Above a certain amount of money, we just agree on that. We go out to lunch with my dad every single day, and we're pretty lucky and blessed that we've stayed pretty close. And we make decisions together. And I mean, I'm sure working with me ain't the easiest thing. Same as I'm sure he feels the same way about me. And as I do sometimes about him. But we make it work. We've been working together for. God, I've been 32 years. I mean, you're 25 years and 32 years, and so and we've been working with my father for obviously our entire working careers. And like you said, you know, he horsewhipped us to be on the machines at an early age, and some of us more than others. But for the most part, you know what? We've been pretty lucky because you know we've made it to the third generation. What is it? The second generation is the death generation. So we've done pretty well.
Yeah, congratulations.
So, you know, yeah, thanks. And again, you know, a lot of it has to do with our customers. I mean, our customers give us a lot of opportunities and a lot of different parts. And again, we used to be just aerospace, and then we morphed into other industries, valve industries, medical industries, firearm industries. You know, again, we're a job shop. We don't have a product line, so to speak, but you know, we will make parts to whatever customers' prints, you know, are sent to us. So we're just, again, pretty fortunate.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by what I've seen in your shop. I mean, you have some of the highest quality machines on the planet, and so anyone who decides to take a job here and not take an absenteeism would be fortunate to have such an opportunity to work on these types of machines. With the creativity that you guys showed me today was amazing. The fact that you think outside of the box to create not only your own, you know, type of machining on something like a Nakamura where you turned a turning machine into a milling machine, but also you're making your own tooling when it calls for it as well. So the creativity here, I can just imagine an opportunity like that for someone would be absolutely incredible. But I also want to talk a little bit about this beautiful machine that we're standing in front of right now, which I believe was a gift to your dad, and the photo here in the back also resembles a little bit of the originality of when it was worked on. And if I'm not mistaken, your dad is wandering around here somewhere.
Yeah, and here he is.
Hey, there he is.
Here's our leader, hop in there, and basically when we ran out of space a couple of years back, we took to building mezzanines so that we can store some of the stuff that's easy to store above the machines and not dangerous, just, you know, stuff, dunnage and stuff like that. And when we were tearing it apart, we found this, which ironically, when we walked into our shop, there was a picture of my dad working on it alongside my grandfather.
Yeah, that's my dad. And that young guy back there is me when I was, I don't know, 28 years old. Far cry from that now.
Yep.
But yeah.
So we yanked it down and we powder coated it and gave it to him for his birthday, and he said it should stay here. So we displayed it. It's kind of a cool machine, and he actually had in there the original purchase order for it in 1942. So it's kind of cool, you know, just to see. You know, every time I walk out of my office, I see, you know, well, it wasn't where I came from, but where the place came from and where Grandpa started it, you know, from machines like that to machines that we have out there now. Like you said, making our own tools, you know, we're self-supportive. We have water jets and grinders and rapid prototypers, and it's cool to look at what machining used to be as opposed to what it is today. And it's, you know, we're pretty darn lucky.
I took it over in 1975 when my father passed away. I was 32, didn't know anything. And then I ran it till 2011. Then I turned it over to the boys. And now they're running it now. Three-generation business, that's unusual. That's very unusual to have it. But we got it going here. We're a unique group. But we make it work.
Well, as they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree unless it's sitting on a hill. But for the most part, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys said that you come in, sir, every single day still.
And that because I don't know what else not to do. That's my whole life. I got oil running through my veins, and that's just the way it is. And the boys do too.
Yep. That's
So.
amazing.
Well, again, thanks for the opportunity, you know, and I appreciate you showing us off to the world. I appreciate partners like Methods, where we buy, you know, pretty much all of our equipment, which is just terrific. I mean, we have other vendors as well, but I mean, as you know, as we described today, you know, our robo drills and Nakamuras, and I mean, having machining partners really is key too, because I mean, like we talked about, all machines break, and you need partners. And again, we've been lucky, real lucky over the years. So
I've heard it said, yeah, I've heard it before. The salesman will sell the first machine, service sells the rest.
Yep.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And Chris, do you have any closing statements you'd like to add to? I mean, you can, yeah.
You know what they haven't said yet is we haven't talked about all the people we have that work for us. And without the people, you know, they make the machines run, they program them, they operate them, and they operate, I mean, you're talking how many axes, you know, 10, 12, 14 axes. Without them, we wouldn't be where we're at. So the supervisors, the operators, all the way down to shipping and quality, and I mean, everybody out there, we wouldn't be where we're at without them. And we've got guys that are there for a day. We've got a lot of guys that have been with us for 30 years, 25 years, 35 years. So
Wow. Beautifully said. Thank you for adding that in, guys. Everyone watching around the world, started in 1938. We're looking at 2 generations, but a 3-generation company making some really intricate and amazing parts with some of the best machines on the planet. Also looking for a couple of few high qualified individuals who would love to join their team. Guys, this is Slabe, and it is an amazing company. Guys, thank you for being a part of MTD CNC.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.